Hey players, Iggy Pope, and I got some little tiny news. That's right, the passion of the community has been heard, and Star Wars Squadrons is getting B-Wings and TIE Defenders in one of 2 content drops before Christmas. I've got all the details, including news of a new level, new components, and private matches coming to the game. Does the news of B-Wings, TIE Defenders and more make you want to play Squadrons if you aren't already? Or will it bring you back if you've put the game down already? Leave me a comment below. I love this game. I'm currently trying out for a squad for competitive play, but I'm also missing Battlefront 1 and 2. Anyway, let's get on to the news. So it's happening. EA Star Wars just dropped the news. The post reads, "Today we're thrilled to announce that we're working on 2 free content updates for Squadrons through the holiday season to show our appreciation for this wonderful community. And perhaps, most notably, it's greatly inspired by the community's feedback and requests." So, the first of these completely free content drops is coming November 25th, which is basically just a week's time, along with Update 3.0 coming along for the ride with it. The post reads, "We'll be bringing along with it additional fixes, balancing changes and tuning. Full details will be provided in its release notes, but the highlights are a new map and components coming to the game. First off, a fan favourite map from single player. Honestly, this thing looks beautiful. If you haven't played the game, if you haven't played the single player story, there is a no commentary playthrough featuring this map on the channel. Check it out after the video. It reads, "We're adding a new map to multiplayer, a fan favourite location from the single player story, and one we've seen requested for multiplayer is Fostar Haven, from the game's first prologue mission. In this update, the map will be added to fleet battles and the dogfight mode." Awesome. Although the post reads it's coming to fleet battles and dogfight mode with this update, it will be coming to another game mode in the future. More on that. Secondly, with this first update will come 4 new components. For fighters and bombers, you'll be able to use the Boost Extension Kit, a component that, when used, gives your starfighter a full boost. It'll then recharge over time and can be used again. This will help these starfighters to be able to change the pace of the battle in a new way, such as by giving them the ability to change the tide of dogfights or to get out of engagements with flagships if used wisely. This is going to be so much help, honestly. Bombers are slow-ass tugboats at the moment. I'm going to love this. Next, we're giving interceptors and fighters a way to provide more assistance against capital ships and flagships, or with a steady hand against starfighters too. They'll be getting the iron rockets. Not unlike the barrage rockets they currently have, these will be great for hit and run attacks to strip enemy shields. These rockets move at half the speed of standard rockets, but they can be used at the same time as other components, including their non-iron counterparts. That's insane. Time them well for the best results. That's unbelievable. We're going to see fireworks coming out of these things. I can't wait for that. Talk about a barrage. Talk about a Nigel barrage. It then goes on to say bombers and fighters, the latter with half the ammo count, will also be receiving the prototype piercing torpedoes, providing these 2 new ships with a new tactic for taking on capital ships. Though these torpedoes do less overall damage than others of their class, they have the ability to bypass capital ship and flagship shields, making them very well suited for striking enemy flagship subsystems before shields have been taken down. This is awesome. This is really good. This is like the cycler rifle in Battlefront 1 good. Hopefully it won't be OP though. I don't want fleet battles ending in 5 minutes. The post goes on to say, and of course we couldn't forget the U-Wing and TIE Reaper. They'll be getting a new way to support their allies when taking on enemy capital ships and flagships with the anti-material rocket turret. That sounds like a sci-fi cream dream. through this turret... No. It says, though this turret doesn't target enemy starfighters, it's very well poised to take on flagship subsystems, capital ships, and even turrets and other deployables from enemy support ships. Interesting. You can have little turret battles. Turret versus turret. Just sit back and watch them have a go at one another. No, I'm sure they're going to be far more useful than that. But of course, what you guys are all waiting for is the second DLC. The second DLC brings out the heavy guns, though, by bringing to the game my two favourite ships in the entire Star Wars universe. The post reads, that's right, we're adding 2 new starfighters, one for the New Republic and the Galactic Empire, each to round out your squadron. The B-Wing and TIE Defender. The B-Wing will be rightfully a bomber class and the TIE Defender a fighter class. Very interesting indeed. The post reads, each being able to use components relative to their faction and class, but they'll also come with their own unique aspects in line with what you'd expect from them, such as the B-Wing with its gyro cockpit and swiveling wings, and the TIE Defender with its shields. This will be game-changing, and who knows, might even help players that experience motion sickness when it comes to the B-Wing's gyro cockpit. I'm very intrigued to see that. In space, there is no right way up, unless it's Star Wars space. So maybe there will be a right way up now. Anyway, like most of the community, I am over the moon about these ships being added, and I cannot wait to test them out on my PlayStation 5 that arrives tomorrow. Stay tuned for a video on that. The post goes on to say, lastly, we've got something that will keep the game living as long as people want to play, and something that will be an insanely good addition for tournament and private matches. Custom matches are coming along with the new fighters in December. The post reads, custom matches 1 to 5 players per side across 2 teams to play on any of the now 7 maps in both dogfight and fleet battles. There will also be some additional restrictions and modifiers that you can change. That is so cool. These include things like hull, shield, and damage modifiers, changing capital ship health, restricting certain starfighters, and other tools to help you change how you play. With this, there will also be a custom matches server browser for you to search through private matches made by your friends, as well as public ones made by strangers. I think the only thing I can really say is wow. This will literally keep the game living as long as people want to play it. Tournaments, private tournaments, custom tournaments, community-led tournaments, I can't stop saying tournaments, are going to benefit so much from this. This update means a lot to me. The post closed out with a very humble goodbye from lead developer Ian Fraser, so go take a look at it at ea.com. This will supposedly be the last update. However, one last surprise though is that it looks like there will also be new cosmetics either unlocking for Operation 2 or 3 or coming with one of the content drops. I'm going to be making a separate vlog to say how much this update means to me personally and how much Ian and the other developers' involvement with the game, community-led projects and live streams has meant to me personally. But for now, I'm an excited furball of fandom mess, and I'll see you guys on the battlefront and in the stars. Laters.